as we embark in the journey of trigonometry, it is very important that we look at SOHCAHTOA. We look at SOHCAHTOA. We look at SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA tells us that the sine of theta, the sine of theta is equals to opposite over adjacent, is equals to opposite over adjacent, and the cos of theta is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Our cos theta is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Then our tan theta is equals to opposite over adjacent, is equals to opposite over adjacent. So it is important for us to know which side is the opposite side and which side is the adjacent side and which side is the hypotenuse side. Let me give you an example. Let's say we have a right angle triangle over here. We have 90 degrees because it is a right angle triangle. Let's say we have our theta here. Our angle point us to the opposite side. Our right angle point us to the hypotenuse. The remaining angle is the adjacent. It is the adjacent. Let me repeat again. Our angle point us to our opposite. Our right angle point us to our hypotenuse side. The remaining angle is our adjacent side. Let us do this on our Cartesian plane. Let's say we have something like this. Let's say we have something like this. Then it's like this. Let's say we have something like this. Let's say we have something like this. I'm not good in drawing. Let's say we have something like this here, and here we have our 90 degrees here, and here we have 90 degrees. We have 90 degrees here. This is our y. This is our x-axis. Sharp. Let us talk. Let's say maybe here we have our theta. So I want us to identify our side. Using SOHCAHTOA. Sharp. I said that our angle point us to what? To our opposite, meaning this side is our opposite side, and our right angle point us to our hypotenuse, the longest side. And the remaining one is the what? The adjacent side. Let's say here we also have our theta. I said that our angle point us to our opposite, meaning what? It point us to our opposite side. And our right angle point us to what? Point us to our hypotenuse, which is the longest side, and the remaining side is what? Is the adjacent. Let me do it again. We have our angle. Our angle does what? It point us to our longest side. Our angle point us to our opposite side, and our right angle point us to the hypotenuse, which is the longest side. Even in here, if I write theta here, our angle point us to the opposite and our right angle point us toward to our hypotenuse. Sharp. I want us to apply our SOHCAHTOA to determine whether something is positive or negative now. Sharp. In here, I agree we know our y here they are positive and our y here they are negative. They are our axis going that direction, they are what? They are negative, and our axis going that direction, they are what? They are positive. Sharp. I want us to look at something. So in here, I want us to look at sine. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. And remember, our hypotenuse, it is always what? It is always positive. Don't forget that our hypotenuse, it is always positive. As we were busy with trigonometry, I want us to try and apply SOHCAHTOA on our Cartesian plane. We know that if we have a sine, our sine is equals to opposite over adjacent, and our cos is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, and our tangent is equals to opposite over adjacent. From SOHCAHTOA. So I want us to apply what we know to see in our first quadrant, to check sine, cos, and tangent from the first quadrant. We know what this is our first quadrant. Sharp. Let us talk. We know that here it's opposite, and here it's adjacent, and this is hypotenuse. So let us see. This is sine is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Let's check our opposite side. Our opposite side is what? It's positive, and our hypotenuse is also what? It is also positive. Meaning what we have positive divided by positive, which is equals to positive. Let us check our cos. Our cos, we have adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Meaning what? Here we have our positive adjacent over our positive hypotenuse. Meaning that we're gonna have our cos is gonna be what? It's gonna be positive. Let's check our tangent. Our tan theta is equals to opposite over adjacent. Our tan is equals to our positive opposite side divided by positive negative side. We know that positive divided by positive is equals to what? Positive. Meaning what? Our tan, we expect it to be positive. Let us move to the second quadrant, which is this one. Sharp. Here we know what this is our. Here this is our opposite. Here it is what? Here it is our hypotenuse, and here it's our adjacent side. Sharp. Let us check our sine, our cos, and our tan. Let us check that. Let us check our sine, our cos, and our tan. Sharp. Here we know what it's for sine we have opposite over adjacent. Meaning what we have opposite over hypotenuse. I mean here we have opposite over hypotenuse. Meaning what we have my opposite side is positive. Divided by my positive hypotenuse. Meaning what in here I expect my sign to be positive. Let us check with cos. Here I have a negative adjacent. We know from my Cartesian plane, from 0 going there, we have negative values. Meaning here my adjacent, it's what? It is negative. So it's a negative adjacent divided by positive hypotenuse. Meaning I expect my cos to be what? To be negative. Let us check our tan. Our tangent it is opposite over adjacent. Meaning I have my positive opposite divided by my negative adjacent. And we know positive divided by negative, it is what? It is negative. Meaning what? Indeed, in our first quadrant, only sign it is what? It is positive. Let us go to our third quadrant. We'll do the same thing. We're going to check our sine. We're going to check our cos. We're going to check our tan. Let us check our sine. We know here it is what? Opposite side. And here it is our hypotenuse. And here it is our adjacent. And we all know that sine, it is what? It is opposite over adjacent. We're gonna have, you see, we know what, from here going down it is negative, because here it is 0, and on our Cartesian plane, from 0 going up we have positive values, and from 0 going down we have negative values. Meaning my opposite side, it is what? It is negative. Meaning we're gonna have negative divided by my positive hypotenuse, which is what? Which is negative. Let us check my cos. I said my adjacent this side, it is what? It is negative. Meaning what? I'm going to have negative divided by positive hypotenuse, which is what? Which is negative. Let us check our tan. Our tan, we know what? Our tangent, it is opposite over adjacent. My opposite here, it is negative. And my adjacent here, it is what? It is also negative. Meaning what? It is negative divided by negative, which is what? Which is positive. Meaning what? In the third quadrant, only tan, it's what? It's positive. Let us go to our fourth quadrant. Let us go to our fourth quadrant. In my fourth quadrant, I know what? Here, this is my opposite side. This is my adjacent. This is my hypotenuse. So I want us to check sine, cos, and tan. My opposite here, it is what? It is negative. Meaning what? I'm gonna have negative divided by hypotenuse, which is what? Which is negative. My hypotenuse, it is always positive. Let us go to cos. Cos theta, it shows that my adjacent, you see my adjacent going that side, it is what? It is positive. Meaning my positive adjacent divided by my positive hypotenuse, it is what? It is positive. Let us go to my tan. My tan tells me that I have to divide my opposite side with my adjacent side. Meaning when I come here, I'm gonna have my opposite side, which is what? Which is negative, and my adjacent, which is positive. Meaning positive divided by negative, it is what? It is negative. Meaning what? I expect my tan here to be a negative sharp. Let us write those abbreviations. We can say what? In here, all of them are what? All of them are positive. Meaning what? It is A. In here, we can say what? Only sign, it is what? It is positive. Then we write our S. In here, we can say what? Only tan, it is what? Positive. We're going to write our T here. And in here, we can see that only cos is what? Only cos is positive. Meaning we're going to write my C here. Meaning we have a cast diagram. We have a cast diagram. And we know in a cast diagram, we need to have our degrees. Meaning here, I expect I'm going to have 0, 90, 180, 270, and what?